Welcome to Good News to Go. I'm Mabel.
And I'm Ren.
And we're bringing you the brightest stories from around the globe.
This week, Somalians are drinking a wild kind of milk.
And astronomers discovered a black hole bigger than the sun.
Doctors revealed the genetics behind stuttering, and a YouTuber raises millions for St. Jude's.
And a goat is raised by dogs in England. 5 fast feel-good stories. Astronomers just spotted what might be the largest black hole ever. It's 36 billion times the mass of our sun.
It's literally considered the Beyonce of the universe, and it's hanging out about 5 billion light years away in a galaxy called the Cosmic Horseshoe. And here's the trippy part. Its gravity bends the light from a galaxy behind it into a perfect glowing circle, and it's called an Einstein ring, so think of like a cosmic halo.
And they figured this out by using a combination of gravitational lensing and tracking the motion of nearby stars, which is way more solid than older methods, so astronomers are really confident that this black hole is real.
And it's nearly maxing out what we think of as even possible for black holes, so the laws of physics are definitely in question now. People in Somalia are ditching cow milk for something way more badass, camel milk.
So on the outskirts of Mogadishu, a camel farm is doubling its output. Each camel now pumps up to 10 liters a day, which I guess is twice what old school herders got.
And they've gone fully industrial, so think sanitized milking stations and vets on deck. And they've even launched Somalia's first camel milk yogurt factory, which actually has low lactose, it's rich in vitamins, and a ton of probiotics.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do the camel yogurt, but they've hired nearly 200 full-time workers plus seasonal teams during the harvest season.
And the government is even rolling out the Dairy Act to upscale this whole movement.
Scientists just made what they're calling a life-changing find. So after analyzing saliva from over 1 million people worldwide, they've pinpointed 48 genes in 57 genomic hotspots linked to stuttering. So they're calling it hereditary, not just something that you grow out of.
And beyond the biology, they've also found ties to neurodiversity, emotional regulation, and even musical rhythm. So it means stuttering just isn't something that it's like a misfire of the mouth. It's wired deep within the brain.
And so early DNA testing might let clinicians kind of flag kids before those speech struggles start and get them help early, way before like school bullies and workplace anxieties get in the way.
I mean, there are families that have generations and generations of stutterers, so there's obviously a genetic component.
So this is a really cool discovery because stuttering was maybe just never your fault. Now with genes in the mix and interventions, on speed dial, we are rewriting that narrative.
So imagine going coast to coast, crashing wild Airbnbs and raising millions of dollars for St. Jude.
Yeah, YouTuber Ryan Trahan spent 50 straight days visiting one Airbnb in each of the 50 states, and he was aiming to raise $1 million, but he blew past that and raised $11 million.
Whoa. And the Airbnbs were so sick, like castles, lighthouses, caves, tree houses, a missile silo, and a giant shoe. Like, it sounds like a fever dream.
And they even ranked the best one, and that was Treetopia Treehouse in Oklahoma, which took the crown.
But way more important, 42,000 people donated, including big brands like Airbnb ended up chipping in, Shopify, T-Mobile, Dollar Shave Club, Kia, they all dumped 6 figures in the cause. Even Mr. Beast, a fellow YouTuber, chimed in.
And for every million they got, they celebrated with a cake, and by the end, they bowed out in Hawaii off the big island in like a huge villa.
It's just such a cool spin on fundraising.
So today we've got a story that's cuter than a basket of puppies.
So meet Lil, a tiny goat triplet born in Wiltshire, England, and she was the runt. She was only 5 inches tall and a third of the usual birth weight for a goat, and her sisters were up and feeding, but Lil was too weak to stand or suckle.
So the farm staff stepped in and fed her milk and kept her warm, but it was Luna and Naya that were 2 border collies who really saved the day. So they adopted Lil as their own. They washed her, they played with her, and even snuggled up to sleep.
And now at 5 weeks old, Lil thinks she's a sheepdog. She's learning to round up the flock and just follows the dogs everywhere.
And the staff says that Lil will just always have like a really special bond with those dogs. They plan to keep up with her sheepdog training with Naya as her best friend and tutor.
Oh, it's too cute. I'm sorry that you have to hear this voice of mine every week, but I just love these animal stories.
And that's a wrap for this week's Good News to Go. I don't know about camel milk.
I kind of want to try it. Thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an episode.
See you next week for more Good News to Go.